Good morning, gremlins in the system this morning. Good morning, and welcome back to the One Celtic Fans View. Everything that I had set up is now defunct because it was on the previous live, and it is all gone to pot. All gone to pot. Um, that's just a that's a pain in the butt because I had a team selection and everything. An interactive one. How's it not? Come on, hurry up. There we go. There we are live this time. Turn this up. There we go. Done. Baz. You have to you have this working. That's it. We're on. We're on, and we don't have that. I had a really good live setup, which is all just went to pot because it was as interactive as you can get. No, I don't want to add ads. Good morning, Desmond. Good morning, Dave. Good morning, Jim. Good morning, Simon. There was loads of people on the live too, and there was loads of comments. Carly, oh hello, hello. Good morning. Mo says it's going to be 3-1 today. Stephen Johnston, good morning to all. Hope you have a super Sunday. Morning, Baz and Trips. Here we are. I'm going to try and see if I can sort out. I'm not going to be able to do it. Interact. Had the team set up, and now it's not interacting with the screen. Oh no. Interact. Had a complete interactive service set up for today, and I think that's what crashed the system. Which is, as Tavernier was saying, were you using Wi-Fi at Ibrox? Yeah, I must have been. Um, I'm really peed off at that because I had a really good live setup, and now it's went to pot because of I think the software I was trying to use because I had the team selection and everything. I had the team all set up, and you can actually move the team around. Let me just see, do that. No, don't do that. I've lost all the pages that I had. Oh, gutted. Completely gutted. Completely and utterly gutted at that. Um, damn. Anyway, yes. I'm actually raging at that because I had it was going to be, I've had it set up for an hour and then it all crashes just as I'm ready to go live. A pain in the bum. Anyway, we get on with that morning. All let's jump to that lot today. Stream health is healthy now. So what was slowing it down before? Let me just do one last check. Since I'm hardwired. Why is it taking its time? Try to do a speed test. Yeah, I've went hardwired and it's back up to 930 meg. Listening. Hand to God. I've got 945 meg now. If you've been paying attention. Internet. Right, let's jump into the comment section and see who's all online before we talk about the game today. I had an interactive team and everything, and it's just all gone. It's just analytics. There we go. That's what I want back on. Anyway, first up was Desmond Donnelly, Simon Island, Jim F, Dave Hislop, Desmond Donnelly, Carly, Steve, Joseph Joseph Davidson, Stephen Johnson, Mo's in the house, Paul's in the house, Eric's in the house, Richard's in the house, Stephen Pointer's in the house, Justin is in the house. He's going for 3-0 today. Lorna's in the house. Good morning, Baz. Troops. Merv Celtic's in the house. John Paul Glasgow is in the house. James is in the house. Big Rab B Niz is in the house. Baz, what are you waiting on? Parts for China. I've no idea. It was all going well this morning. It was going so well, and I had to shut everything down and restart it. Boy, for many offers going for 4-0. Are you not offshore today or something? I'm going to head down to the Hoops Bar. I was going to try and do a live for the Hoops Bar, but going by the way that we've just run this live, I might not. I hope you weren't swearing on the Sabbath. No, I wasn't. I'm on the pot, says Jim. Stephen says, morning, Baz and Troops. All the best to Stevie from Australia. Lanky says 2-1. No, I don't think Luke will get the winner. I don't think Luke will get the winner. I don't think Luke will even start today. I don't think he'll even make the bench, to be fair. I mean, who do you leave out for last week's team? I had the team all set up as well. I had the team all set up and everything raring to go. Everything raring to go, and let's just see this. Go. Right, so the team last week was Schmeichel, Johnson, Carter, Vickers, Scales, Taylor, McGregor, Bernardo, Hatate, Forrest, Dyson, and Ida. My team had Kyogo starting from the start today. Forrest brought him out for Kuhn to come in for Forrest, just to give us something a little bit different, so that the manager just could change it up. Now, when you look at the bench last week, we had Sinisalo, Palmer, Kyogo, Kuhn, Yang, Ohm, Ralston, Welsh, and Turley. I don't think that the only player that I think may make the team, may make the bench, may be Alex Valley. I think that Alex might make the bench. Of all the new players that come in, I think the rest of them came in too late on the Friday for the manager to risk bringing players in that don't know the formation, don't know the system, and as important as this game is, and it is just another game, let's face it. Where's my beer mat? Everything's all over the place in the office today. I don't think the manager will risk it at all. I think it's going to be 2, maybe 3 goals for Celtic. They've got goals in them, but it just depends how well we play today. And I'm not even going to start thinking about the nonsense that their manager's been spouting. Oh, we're going to do something at Celtic today. I don't think that. I think if we hit the ground running like we have done, the team that I picked this morning before it all went crashing down was obviously Cameron Carter Vickers, Schmeichel Carter Vickers, Greg Taylor, Liam Scales, Alistair Johnston. In the midfield was Callum, Rio, and Paolo. Up front was Kyogo, Dyson, and Kuhn. I thought the manager would go with up front. Will he start with James Forrest? He might start with James Forrest because James Forrest knows how to get one over this lot. But I think that Kuhn's been coming on and having a good attempt. Hi, Sarah, and how are you? I'm all good this morning, thanks. We just need to wait and see. We need to wait and see what the team the manager picks. With all the noise that they've been making off the pitch, as per normal, I think that Celtic will do their talking on the pitch, and I'm going to go for 3-1. Will they even get a goal? I think it could be a 3-0 game. People are saying it could be as tight. Give me your in the comments. What do you think the score will be? If we go 3 up, Valley and Engels and Trusty will get a taste. I don't even think Martin. I don't think that they'll make the bench. They've not done a single training with Celtic. They've not done a training session with Celtic. So why the manager's not going to throw someone into a game that's not even had one training session? The player you might get is Alex Valley coming on for Greg Taylor. As the rest, they were in too late on a Friday night. They would have got a slight training session on Saturday morning, um, but that's not enough. That's not enough. Brendan Rodgers will have been working all week on our system, and every player in the team will have known that system. You're not going to bring players in. I don't think anyway. I think Brendan Rodgers won't risk it either. It's every one of these games is a big game until the next big game. We have the opportunity, and if Brendan Rodgers was to bring in some of these new players and it didn't go to plan, then everybody would be shouting at him and saying, "You brought them in too early." You know, they didn't have a training session. I think that Brendan Rodgers won't risk it. He won't risk it for a biscuit. Brendan won't risk it for a biscuit, and he'll go with a tried and tested team, and he might have Alex Valley on the bench. He might have Trusty on the bench. As for the midfield guys, I don't think he'll have any of them on the bench. To be fair, maybe he might do. He might do, but you never know. 2-1 says Lanky. 2-1 says Soapy Van Shuey. Big Rab B's having a dig at anyone that says that term that we haven't used since 2012. Stephen's going for 4-0. Connellan's going for 4-0. Lorna's going for 3-0. Baz. I'd love 3-0, but I think it'll be 2. It'll be closer. 3-0. I'm going for 4-1. Need to get up to speed with the rest of the team. No new signings today. Andrew, I think the exact same. I don't think that Brendan would risk it today. I think Rangers will risk it. Rangers will play some of their new players, and I think that'll bring out the best in Celtic. Because when we hit them at 100 miles an hour in the first 5 minutes, and you never know, if they get the kickoff, they might try and do what we do to other teams. They might try and hit us really fast, and it'll be interesting to see how Celtic react to that. If they do try and close us down really quick, it'll be interesting to see the way that we counteract that, because we've been doubling up on players and not allowing teams to play. If we do that today to them, they're just going to be like, "What the hell? We've just been steamrolled by a club." They ain't scoring today, says Carly. I've just missed that comment. Baz Morgan, I hope they don't get any goals, but I agree 3-1. I don't think that they will score. I think it's going to be, if Celtic score in the first 10 minutes, it's good night, sweetheart. 'Cause it's time to go. Ha! Speed, not spring. Bang, 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 bang. It's a chill pill. If we score early, Baz, it's got to be 3-0 by half time. If it's 3-0 by half time, they will then change the second half and they'll try and have a go, and it will stop us from scoring anymore. So 3-0. We've seen Dyson and Rio make their debuts without, and they had a debut against them. But Ange knew the players, Lanky. Ange knew the players inside out. He knew the way that they could play. They knew Ange. Maybe not on a personal level, but they knew the system that he played. These are brand new players that haven't they know nothing about the way that Celtic play or the manager. So that's why I'm thinking Brendan will play it safe and he won't bring any of them on. Curry for breakfast, Baz. It's going in my bowl. Oh Jesus, curry for breakfast. Hangover, is it? First 15 minutes, blitz a couple of goals and they're toast. Yep, full on attack. I think it'll be full on attack for the first minute. 88 have a good day. They will shit up shop. Chilpill's having a cracking one today. They will shut up shop. They won't want to lose an early goal. Yep, I think so. They're going to sit back and defend. And I wouldn't be surprised if they go to a back five. If they do go to a back five and play like the rest of the teams in the SPFL when they come to Celtic Park. Martin says, "Ibaz, but quality players." I understand what you're saying about quality players, but when you've had when you had training sessions all week, and you're putting in tactics into teams and into players, and you're looking at all types of scenarios, and the players have drilled into them certain scenarios. If this happens, we do this. If this happens, we do this. When a new player comes in, he isn't up to speed with those scenarios. And Brendan Rodgers spoke about that a lot over the past couple of weeks, and he spoke about it since pre-season. He spoke about the fact that they have been looking at different formations and different tactics for teams that are lying low against us, teams that are going to attack, teams that are going to go out wide. You know, they've been looking at all these things. Will Brendan Rodgers risk it the first half of the game? Maybe the second half, yes. The second half, I could see him bringing some of these players on, but not right from the start. But you never know. You never know what's in Brendan's mind. And we'll just have to wait and see. We've got a couple of hours before he brings out the team is brought out. Brendan and the boys have said, look, absolutely no complacency today. We're not going to be complacent and think that we're going to turn up and win. That's why I don't think he'll bring in any of the new players right from the start, because that's kind of saying like, these guys don't know what they're in for. And Liam Scales spoke about it last season. He was blown out his arse for the first 10 minutes of the game. When you've got these new guys that coming in and they've got the noise that will be in the stadium today for the first 5 minutes, and then it'll die down because there's no away fans, and then half the stadium will just sit on its arse and do absolutely nothing and just sit and watch the game. And I think it'll be up to the players to make the fans get right behind them today. It'll be up to the players to make sure that there's enough excitement. And I think that they will just try and stop us. They're going to play anti-football today. You can say whatever you want. They're going to play anti-football. I don't care what they say. I would like to think it's because I'm sure we'll win, but just imagine. Mate, I'm only talking about for the last 15, 20 minutes. Yeah, the last 15, 20 minutes, I'd definitely bring them on. Last 15, 20 minutes, bring them on, let them get a taste of it. And yeah, I can definitely see that. Tav's got his sick line in. I bet he has. CFC, Luke is 26 years old. Luke's 26. Ah, there's other people saying it. He's nearly 27. Anyway, my prediction for the game today is going to be. I think they'll get a whole goal in the second half. I think 67 likes clicked, and it's an omen 4-1. It is 4-1. Why is it not giving me the likes? Why is it not giving me the likes? Something's funny with YouTube today. YouTube's having a really bad off day. Anyway, more Celtic news. Paulo Bernardo says the significance of beating Rangers. He also said that he doesn't think that Rangers shouldn't think that they're automatically going to be the ones that are the main contenders for the league. He reckons that there could be other teams in the league that will pip Rangers to second place in the league this season, says Paulo. Paulo getting right under the skin of the South Koreans when he was been talking to the media. Considering we brought in the likes of Arne Engels, Luke in the same position. I think it's going to be interesting to see if Paulo Bernardo ups his game. It's a massive game for Paulo, considering that Matt O'Reilly has left the building. Matt O'Reilly is gone. The fact that Arne and Luke are going to give him competition for place. But I think Paulo Bernardo has got every right to say, boss, I was here last year. Why am I not starting? You know, and I think that it's up to the other players to prove that they're better than Paulo Bernardo. Paulo Bernardo taking that fantastic strike for outside the box. I would expect him to do 2 or 3, maybe even 4 or 5 of those today. Kyogo, and Kyogo will be the main striker for the first half, and I think that they also, Kyogo also, I'm going to take Kyogo to get a goal actually because he loves scoring against. Let's just do this. League table. What was the Oh, Aberdeen won yesterday, so Aberdeen are sitting top of the league. Hey, I bet they were enjoying that. So Aberdeen are sitting top of the league on 9 points this morning. They obviously won their game yesterday, 1-0. I see against Ross County. Ross County, who are surely what are the other games today? Um, Kilmarnock Hibs. Kilmarnock Hibs. That's a that's a bottom of the table clash later on today. Kilmarnock Hibs, and then you've got Hearts versus Dundee. Hearts versus Dundee. Dundee will think that they'll take that one. I mean, I'd say I wouldn't be surprised if Dundee actually won that, because Hearts are in disarray. I want Hearts to get relegated. Can you imagine Hearts and Kilmarnock getting relegated? What a glorious end to the season that would be if both Hearts and Kilmarnock got relegated. That would be fantastic. 3 points is always that matters, says Michael. Yep. And 97th minute winner against Ross County. Well, there you go. 98th minute winner. Jesus. That's a late one, isn't it? These games, on a zombie podcast, they're talking about doing to Calmat the same as they done to Matt O'Reilly. That'll never happen. That'll never happen because it's just not going to happen. And if they do, the player would get sent off. And if do you know, this is the old Rangers, and it was under the Graham Souness era, and it's like modern day football players. The guy that did that to Matt O'Reilly plays about 3 leagues down under Matt O'Reilly. I don't know exactly, but it's a couple of leagues down under what Matt O'Reilly's playing at. Dundee played yesterday. Did Aberdeen mini pitch invasion? They did not. Ah, Jesus. Rangers sitting fourth come Christmas. Can Rangers be sitting fourth come Christmas? I think that they will be. The fact that if we beat them today, and if Motherwell keep going the way they're going, Dundee keep their going, I could see the Rangers, the Sevco in disguise, getting put down to maybe even fifth or sixth by the end of October, which would be absolutely fantastic. Anyway, let's get some more Celtic news. The fact that Matt O'Reilly is gone. Paulo Bernardo says that he doesn't think that they are going to be the biggest contenders. He also went on to say, when speaking to the press, after his 3.5 million move, Celtic done an absolute cracker getting that deal down to 3.5 million, but it took a long time. Portuguese under 21 international said, for me, Matt O'Reilly is an example. He is an example. He had a very good season last season. Matt O'Reilly is an inspiration too, because I think he was the best player at Celtic last season. The numbers show that. He was always doing his job. He's an example for me, says Paulo Bernardo. So Paulo Bernardo wants to eclipse, or wants to even achieve what Matt O'Reilly did, which I think Paulo Bernardo could. Anyway, I'm all over the place this morning because the live that we had, I'm loving Ingles instead. I'm not allowed to sing that. Kyogo to score in the first 10 minutes. Taylor to be yellow carded. Both team over 4 corners. 95-1 on William Hill. Decent bet. Clement sacked after today's scudding again. Nope. Funky Ninja. I think Clement will last until after. They can't afford to sack him. They put him on a 4-year deal. They cannot afford to sack him and pay the money they need. They need to stick by him. Anyway, Michael Ross says we can't underestimate any opponent, and we can't. We'd love to see Luke score today. What a debut that would be for him. I don't think he's going to get on the pitch today. I think who do you drop out the team? Right, let's talk about this. Right, who do you drop from the bench? Do you drop Odom Owen? Do you drop young Turley? Do you know? That's the two that you would say in the midfield. When you look at the bench last week, I mean, everyone's saying, well, they're just going to walk straight into the team. How can they walk straight into the team? You can maybe say that, will Odom Owen get dropped from the team? Is Odom Owen better? Don't know. You've got to think about it. I mean, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, this player's going to score, that player's going to score." Look at the bench from last week: Sinisalo, Palma, Kyogo, Kuhn, Yang, Ohm, Ralston, Welsh, and Turley. Young Turley. Now, the manager is going to keep young Turley in and around the team. Who dropped Turley and Ohm? Why is that not a bit of a? Why would you drop young Turley? Because Celtic want to be bringing these. You're playing right into the hands of if people go on about young players not getting their chance. Young Turley's had his chance and he's getting in and about the first team on merit. He's just signed a new contract. Why should someone that has just joined the team take his place on the bench? Palmer can sit in the stand, and Oman, Turley, and Yang can drop out. Well, that's two midfielders and a winger. Why? I mean, go and give me your reasons why. I'd like to know it personally, because I think it would be a slap in the face. And then you're all sitting complaining, right? Everyone's sitting complaining. We're all sitting complaining that we don't give young players a chance. And then because we've signed somebody for 11 million, I just drop the young guy. Fuck him. Fuck's sake, talk about pot, kettle, and black. Disrespecting the player, bringing in these boys. It is. Soapy Van Shuey is totally disrespecting the players that have been here and have done it. And the guy's got to prove it on the training pitch, first of all, as far as I'm concerned. Palmer and Forrest are two wingers. Why spend millions on a player to strengthen the team and not at least have them on the bench? Yeah, and I'm asking the question. I'm saying, who do you drop, though? Do you know, is it not disrespectful? Is it not too early? If they were maybe signed on Wednesday and they had 3 or 4 training sessions with the team, I would say yes. Drop the young guy, and if these guys have proved on the training pitch, they've not proved anything to Celtic yet. Okay, you've bought them from. We spent 7 million on 2 defenders last season, and they couldn't get on the bench. But because we spend 8 million and 9 million and 11 million on a player, it's that just drop them. It's down to wages. It's bad. No, I don't think it is. Stomach Sterling, can Scales be used as the development player, even though he's Republic of Ireland? Nope. Can drop Welsh. Can drop Welsh and Alistair Johnson play centre back? No, that's not going to happen. Luke has at least already played against us. Down, got experience. Correct. Can't afford to bring in a new management team. Yeah, they can't afford to bring in. Turley's for the future, Baz. So is the guys that we've brought in. They're only 20-year-olds. Do you know? You can't say that a player's for the future, and then drop them. And this is why we're losing young players. This is why we've lost Rocco Vata. This is why we've lost Daniel Kelly. You can't complain that we're losing young players and then say, "Oh, they're ones for the future." Do you know? It's they need to serve their apprenticeship, Baz. Yeah. And how are they going to serve their apprenticeship if they're not going to be sitting on the bench and not getting on the team? And when some other guy walks in and it's like, oh, but he's worth 11 million. Sorry, mate, you're on the bench. And then the young guy's going, what the fuck? I've been here for fucking ages. Fuck this pish, I'm off. You can't complain then when young players fuck off. You can't complain. Anyway, let's get back to Hunskelpin. Let Brendan Rodgers pick the team. That's what he's paid for. That's what he's paid for. But the guys that were brought in have been playing at a higher level. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. They've been brought in and they're playing at a higher level. But they've not had one training session with the team. They don't know the tactics. They don't know any of the formations. They don't know any of the gameplay, any of the things that they've tried on the training pitch all week. Isn't it a big risk? That's all I'm saying. Isn't it a big risk? They'll have plenty of other games. Ben Doak went on loan. Yep, from Liverpool, and then went out on loan. Baz Kelly went for money, nothing else. But he also went for game time. He went for game time because he wasn't guaranteed game time and money. Do you know? But anyway, if that's the mentality of the youngster, they don't deserve a chance. How Angling Ayrshire? How are they're not getting a chance? They're not getting a chance. They're not getting a chance. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, Engels will be on the bench, says Michael Ross. Brendan will play the team he thinks is the best chance of winning. I trust him to do that. Yes, I do. They say. Do they make the grade? Says Danny. Hopefully, new signings will take take a throw and stop giving it away. Yep. The Donkey Bus says, can he play everyone? Baz. Unfortunately, you wouldn't want to drop your goal scorer in favour of a young virgin, would you? Hard for the young ones at our club. It is hard for the young ones. But I'm also saying that the guys that are coming in have never experienced this game before. Now, people will say, but Hatate, but it was Japanese players that Ange knew. Ange knew how they played. Ange had seen them face to face up front on the pitch. They knew the way that Ange played. Ange's team in Scotland was the exact same as Ange's team in Japan, is the exact same as Ange's team in London, plays the exact same formation. So the Japanese guys can walk straight into that. Don't know. Anyway, it's up to Brendan, and Brendan we trust. Engels trusty on the bench. I think so. Maybe also, but then again, when you look at it, you're going to then drop Welsh. Do you drop Welsh? Welsh and Ralston? No, we can't drop Ralston. I think the ones that will get, I think it's going to be maybe Yang, Ohm, and Welsh, and maybe Turley. Maybe Turley. I don't know. You need to wait and see what the manager decides. Anyway, and other Celtic news: Barry Ferguson is crapping it when it comes to Celtic, and I noticed that the Daily Record also brought out. They got him out. They got him out of hiding. Welsh isn't match fit, says AR. Is he not? How's he no match fit? He's been on the bench. He's been on the bench. He had pre-season. Brendan knows his stuff. Sevco, leave it up to him. Yeah, he does. He knows how to stuff Sevco. Kenny Miller, Mr. Meltdown, Kenny Miller himself, hiding in the sandy deserts of Saudi Arabia with the one and only Ronnie Dyler. Will watch the game. Will he watch the game? That'd be an interesting one. Do you think that Kenny Miller will watch the game with Ronnie Dyler today? Do you think that they'll sit in a wee hidey den together and sit and watch the game and then knock 7 lumps of shite at each other when it doesn't go the other one's way? Kievo and Ida or Bernardo or Engels and Luke. I don't think that Luke's going to make. I think Luke might make the bench, but that might be a bit. They might drop Captain Fantastic and play their new right back. The Daily Rangers have been up their arse all week. I haven't really looked. It was just I seen one headline this morning on Twitter. Baz Celtic will win 2 today. I agree to disagree, Baz, says George. I don't know what he's disagreeing with. George. Turley will get his chance. Cannot see him contributing today, whereas the new boys can play a part. Why would the manager then bring him on with like 10 minutes to go in the previous game? Why would he bring him on at 10 minutes in the previous game to then just drop him out the picture the very next week? Do you know? It's going to be an interesting one. And let's face it, if Brendan Rodgers does bring on these new guys today and then he gets it wrong and we lose today, everyone will be on the back of Brendan saying you shouldn't have made the changes. So I think there's a chance that a lot of the fans are overconfident. The Ronnie Rowan next to Miller when we score. You can imagine that. He's getting up. I'll be doing that at the pub today. Kelly went for money and Vata was offered a role in the first team. Yes, Vata was offered our third choice striker. Brendan wanted him to be our third choice striker, but he thought he was better than third choice. He wanted to make Kyogo will make the difference today. He will that. To see if he can handle it, says JGB. Talking about the one and only Turley. Of course, Turley can handle it. If Brendan wouldn't have him in and around the first team if he didn't think that he could handle it. Anglo Inertia says it's too big a game for a youngster unless we're right. What is the age? What are the age of the players that we're bringing in? This nonsense. It's too early for a youngster. We've bought some of the players that we've bought for big money are only 20-year-olds. Do you know they're only 20-year-olds? So you can't say things like that. You can't say it's too early for a youngster. If it's too early for a youngster, it's too early for a 20-year-old. I don't care if he cost 11 million. He's only 20-year-old. He's never played in this kind of derby before. He's never played in this kind of intense atmosphere before. He's never played in such a high-speed game before. So you can't say that one youngster is better than another youngster just because he's worth 11 million. Well, you can say it on paper, but if he doesn't know the club, if he doesn't know the game, if he doesn't know the intensity, if he doesn't know the atmosphere that's going to be absolutely out of this world in the first 5-10 minutes, do you know? Engels is 21 next week. Woohoo! He's 21 next week. That makes it all the better. We've just got rid of about half a dozen 21-year-olds from Celtic that weren't good enough. Anyway, I'm just here to just level it up, man. Not saying. Anyway, Pele won the World Cup at 17. Yeah, we can't say that we've got a Pele. Brendan will start a strong team today. I can see the new boys being on the bench to experience Celtic Park atmosphere. Will they be on the bench? Or will they be brought out at half time? Will they be brought out at half time for the entertainment of fans? Anyway, we can all talk about it as much as we want for as long as we want, but that's me being on for 35 minutes. I'm away to get showered, fed, and watered and stuff. And then I'll be live 1 hour, 15 minutes before the game when the team is announced. So until then, Baz, if we win today, both Celtic and Aberdeen can go 8 points clear of Sevco because they play on Sunday next week. Liquidation Part 2. Now that would be absolutely brilliant if that happens. And then if they do play on the Sunday, I'm hoping a couple of more teams get above them. Because let's face it, them playing at a half-empty Hampden is just not going to cut the mustards for their fans. And anyway, right. YouTube's still not showing me all the stats. There's been over 1,594 people on the live. There's currently 606 on. I'm going to get ready for the game. And I'll see you when the team, just before the team is announced, we are sitting on 18,592. I'm going to the Hoops Bar in Guardamar to watch the game today. So I need to give Kev a shout, who owns the bar, just to make sure I could, hopefully he can get my parking space. If not, I'll need to park about a mile away. Anyway, on that note, have a fantastic day, Celtic fans all around the world.